And I've started recording. So, yeah. Good to go whenever you are.
Hello?
Hello?
Casey?
Casey, you think... Oh, boy.
Oh, terrible timing.
Okay.
I started recording.
Okay. We begin our story within the airship that most of you have become very familiar with. Juniper, you have recently gotten back from a job of your own, and when you arrive, you see some new faces.
Oh, hello, new people. No, we got a whole bunch of new folks now.
Everyone introduce yourselves in order. Haridi, what are you doing?
So you see a snake woman wearing all black, with a bow slung over her shoulder and a short sword at her hip, and she's just sort of scowling at everyone with her bright blue eyes, just sort of taking everybody in and not saying anything.
When you say snake woman, do you mean like a naga or a snake with a humanoid build?
So from the waist up, she looks like an elf. Like a dark-skinned but very typically elven elf, and the make of her weapons and armor also look very elvish.
Okay. Alright, so, oh, got another naga. Oh, that's neat. Hi, hugs. Juniper hugs you.
She hesitates, and then she's gonna hug you back.
Yay.
Aww. First impressions. Basil, where are you? And also introduce yourself. Not necessarily in that order.
So I'm guessing this is just in the main foray of the ship or something?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. He'd just be kind of like sitting at a table, not super out of the way, but probably just around, sipping a little cup of tea, and there's a... okay, for reference, he is an older-looking half-elvish man? Elvish man? Yeah. He looks vaguely elvish. And
No
he's
elvish
wearing,
need apply.
yeah.
Mhm.
And he looks very like he stepped out of like a 70s like editorial on something. He's wearing like just like fucking like a sweater vest almost, slacks, very well dressed, bow tie, and other than that, he just kind of looks like a standard, somewhat elvish man. Other than he's actually kind of looks like he's advanced aged. He also has a very large great horned owl with him, who is silver or grayish in color instead of brown. He's
Well,
just he's sitting there just cross-legged sipping tea.
that's suspicious. Elvishmen don't age.
Oh, that's why, again, it's theorized half-elvish, because half-elvish age. Nice. Also, like, he may be, like, sitting cross-legged sipping tea, but if you pay attention, there's no chair there.
Oh my.
Oh.
And Omset.
Cool. So you see what looks like, dressed in slightly strange robes, a man wearing a mask. He is not looking at you. He is looking out the window of the sky castle ship of some sort. We're still in a sky castle, right? That's not changed on me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. The mask briefly turns towards you and then turns back out to the window.
Whoa, mysterious.
Oh, since Jennifer seems to be rolling around greeting everybody, Basil kind of waved her with a friendly smile.
Oh, look, it's an elvish guy. Hi, elvish guy.
Hello there. I am Basil de Chanteclair at your service, madam.
Basil Chanticleer?
Basil will do fine.
Basil. Okay, like the rat ball. Ah, nice.
Like
If
a
you-
what?
Like, wasn't there like a snack, like a dog snack, like Basil Ratbone, or was that an actor? Who I might be thinking of? There was a Basil with the rat. Was it Ratbone? Ratbone? I think it was Ratbone. Yeah, that's it.
I honestly couldn't tell you. My attentions kind of view a bit more scholarly rather than in what is new in these ages.
Okay, those were some words. Um,
Apologize.
Anywho's, well, we're all gonna have a fun time. Don't worry. With the neat stuff that happens around here. We have adventures and things. I think you're gonna have a fun time.
Well, I've heard quite a bit about this place. It's always been a fancy of mine to give it a look out, but is the application's always in the mail, but you never quite sign up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I finally decided to sign up myself not too long ago. Uh, just finally get back out there a little bit again. I had a really good time last time, except for the fact that I was kicked in the stomach by a demon horse.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry to hear that. How's your stomach doing?
Thank you.
Never asks that of Juniper.
Okay, sorry. My parents forgot that what I'm doing is a thing. It's fine. You just, you shed off things, like you can when you're a snake. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. It's quite hardy stock you're made of.
Yeah. So, your other friend over there with the face, the mask face, looking out the window, was he,
Yes, your friend with the face.
Your friend with the face. With that comment of it's your friend with the face, Am's just gonna turn and look.
Well, I can't say I know the chap, but he looks quite friendly. I think he looks friendly.
it's, yeah, we'll go with that. Hi, over there.
Sitting on the corner of the room, you just hear a turtle mumbling. Back in my day, everyone had faces.
Amset gives a small little wave. Not that you know his name yet, but he gives a small wave.
June waves back.
Yeah, we may not know his name, but just saying, I am the man with the face by the window.
The man with the face. It's not the first time he's been called that. It won't be the last while he wears the mask.
Sounds like a 70s detective series.
Man with the face.
Who is the man? The
Yeah.
man with the face.
Man with the face.
But yeah, Basil will wave back to him with a little smile.
And he just kind of nods and switches around from looking out the window and towards you. Does he say anything? Of course not. Where's the fun in that?
Oh, he turned towards me. So Basil starts moving over to, to join him at his booth, table.
I don't know. Window seat? Sure. Whatever.
We'll say
You notice-
We're in a lobby.
But kind of like, he's moving, but he hasn't uncrossed his legs. He's literally floating in a sitting position over by you.
You see no reaction from him. He just kind of like watches you float over, like, oh, that's neat.
Kind of just pauses beside and goes, hello there. Are you part of this expedition?
Yes.
Ah, a word. Am I only getting a word?
Perhaps.
I was right. You're quite a friendly one.
Okay, I'm just like imagining what's going on, is trying to think of what he's going through his head. He's like, okay, I am officially in Weird Town, and I'm dead. What the fuck is going on?
It's like,
So he's just kind of like, yes.
oh, apologies, a little behind. That's Basil de Chanticleer at your service.
M set.
Ah, that is an interesting twist on your name there. I haven't heard something a bit of tone like that in a while.
Neither have I.
Can't quite place where it's from, but it's familiar to me.
I understand.
He's kind of just for a moment, his smile fades from it as he's just like mentally scrolling through everything he can possibly bring up about this name, the accent, his clothes, his look, trying to figure out where it's coming from.
Don't ask Amset. He doesn't know where the fuck he is.
I don't know, he's doing this for his own curiosity rather than
Well, yeah.
he's a scholar. It's kind
No, of course. Of course. Amset turns his head to the owl, and he looks at the owl.
The owl returns the look of the most grumpiest piece of shit owl you've ever seen, and how dare you even look at him? You should go crawl in a hole and die.
He looks like you hear a small, slight, raspy chuckle from beneath the mask. Looks up back to Razzle, and he's like, I like your friend here. He understands.
Ah, that's Socrates. He's quite a riot at parties, or anywhere really, but he has a bit of an attitude.
He knows better than to stick his hand up. He remembers the old days of falcons. You don't fuck with those. This is the weirdest falcon he's ever seen, but you know, hey.
Socrates is actually sitting on Basil's shoulder, which looks very weird considering how big he is.
Yeah, no, it was a nice and just. But yeah.
Well, I mostly just came over here to introduce myself, try to get to know you a little bit, you know. Might be working together in the future.
Yes.
If you like, it seems that our other cohorts over here, they might like to get to know you, or, I don't know, this window seat seems pretty cozy.
All right. And he just kind of gets up. He's like, all right, show me the way. Let's go.
Just floats on over with him.
This Amset has gone from this is weird to everything in my head is telling me to run. Why aren't I running?
Because you're smiling.
Well, of course, I'm smiling like an idiot back here, but like...
No, I meant the characters are smiling at him.
I'm fucking nearly dying in laughter over here. Because it's just like, vampire floats over. Hello, mummy, who's seen weird shit and is just going with it. Okay, this is happening now.
Anyways, Basil will
Yes, he
kind of
makes
lead
his
him
way over.
to the group. Ah. All together now, it seems.
Oh, I just love new people. Hi. Hi, my name's June. Juniper, whatever. So, nice to meet ya. New here, huh?
You alright there, Casey?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little new to the situation, but I've kind of been part of the guild for a while. I just never quite went on with anything or signed up.
I have been here for 30 minutes.
Oh, don't worry, it's fun. We're gonna have probably some neat adventures, get to know each other, hopefully not be, kicked by any demon horse things. That's not fun. But anywho's, so far it's just been a riot. A lot of neat stuff. lots of like weird, goofy folks that you'll meet from time to time. But yeah, no, this is a lot of fun. Really enjoying it.
Demon horse. Gotta be a story behind that one.
Uh, well, there was like a hag in a walking house who needed to stop the demon horse from doing like evil demon horse things. Planted a magical forest all around the area to keep out the orc farmers. Turns out she I guess her house was on. Oh yeah, her house is on like giant robotic chicken legs. The demon horse was in a cave. We fought the demon horse. I turned giant. Tried to strangle the demon horse, but then it kicked me in the stomach. My my friend, who was like an undead, like Frankenstein-y, like Dragonborn, she leeched the life out of me, so I couldn't take the hit. Fainted. Presumably some other good things happened because the demon horse ended up being like turned into a power source for a walking like diesel house Mad Maxy thing, and the hag went off, told us that red things go faster, I think, and yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
Last time on Slice of Adventure.
Last time
see
on Slice of
both-
Adventure.
Both Basil and Socrates slowly tilt their heads to the right, kind of like a, huh. Didn't expect that.
What is diesel?
Diesel, I think it's like liquid wood, I guess. It helps make fires go.
Just then, the intercom flares up. Well, Juniper, Amset, Chanticleer, and Hariti, please report to the to my office. We have an assignment for your Sam is almost here.
Oh, goody. Guess what? We all got an adventure to go on. Come on, I'll lead the way. We'll go to the office. And June, waves everyone to who the intercom called to follow her to said office.
Alright.
Amset's gonna follow, still trying to figure out how they made wood into liquid.
I don't know how else to approximate it. The only way I could think of other way was it's like gasoline, but that doesn't work either. Because if you don't know what diesel is, you probably don't know what gasoline is. So
Yeah, you're fine. Amset's just kind of like, I guess I'm here for the ride. Let's figure this out.
Haridi
And
is gonna follow Juniper, but she's gonna give a very suspicious look to the other two fellows.
Amset does a little hand wave. Just
Also waves.
And you make your way to the office of Secretary Roots. Who, as you all know, is a blonde-haired human woman sitting at her desk, wearing the frilliest dress that ever frilled, and sitting next to her in a chair is what appears to be a bird in a dress. Ah, there you all are. I'm so sorry about the late notice. Shoot, what was the place called? Y'all ready for the Southern Ravnar job?
sure, I don't know how I could not be ready.
Yeah, I'm
There you
real
go.
sorry about that, Juniper Shug. We were actually planning on sending Oswin in this one, but seems she went and got herself stuck in the spokes of a wagon, and
Aw.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. She's probably gonna be there for a while.
Oh, poor baby. Is Ryla there taking care of her, at least?
Well, see, she's the reason why it's gonna be there a while. She tried to thread herself through to get a vantage point to push her out, and ended up tying herself into a knot.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds
It's
about right.
it's not a pretty sight down there.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Hamset leans over to Razzle. What's an Oswin?
I am not quite sure myself. Sounds like a name, if I was to guess.
He just leans back.
Anyway, y'all, this is Piazza Piper, and the bird woman steps up. She is an Aarakocra of indeterminate species. She appears to be somewhere between a cassowary and a flamingo. She eyes the four of you, tilting her head quizzically as she sizes all of you up. In a moment, while I build myself up, I have never done a French accent before.
Take your time.
Are you the ones who are... Are you the ones who will be accompanying me to the village?
Yes,
Village?
I do believe we are.
Yeah, that's us.
Hamset nods.
She goes a look over at the lot of you, recognizing most of this group is more or less humanoid. I was not expecting such a colorful group.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of characters like us in this guild. It's fun.
I bring this up because the village the village in question is primarily human-dominated.
Man, unless I'm mistaken, they're quite common around most places, aren't they?
Yes, well, this one is, how you say, quite landlocked.
Ah, cut off then.
I personally have no history with it, but one of my associates has family here, and he has called me in as a personnel favor.
So,
It would seem that they are having quite some troubles with the moon, so to speak.
wait, with like the moon? Like the moon in the sky moon?
Yes, that one.
Are you talking like farming, like the cycles of the moon ruining farming, or?
It would probably be better to sell you.
Oh, it's werewolves. Okay.
I didn't pack anything silver.
Well, we're up for it.
The rest of you?
Hamset nods. I mean, like, he's just gonna be like, I'm not quite sure what lycanthropy is, because that's not a word I'm familiar with, but he can't comment on it without seeming weird, and it's socially awkward to just ask out like an idiot.
Also, no one said the word lycanthropy.
Yeah,
Oh, no one?
June said werewolves.
Werewolves, right. Sorry.
That's cool.
Brains. I'm halfway through an energy drink, trying to keep up focus.
I am terribly sorry. I'm a lot messier than everyone else right now. I'm juggling between selling character and trying to maintain an accent.
It's okay.
No, it's fine.
You're fine.
Yeah,
You're
doing a good
experimenting.
job so
It
far.
happens.
Yeah, I'm just literally my brain's just short firing. You're good.
Yeah.
Anyways, Secretary Roots chimes in. I can't believe the word didn't come to me right away. Yeah, see, one of my cousins, he lives here. This is, actually I'm actually calling this one in personally. Not to put any pressure on you, but, worried about my cuz.
We'll do everything we can, Madam Roots.
Hey, don't worry, we got it.
Hardy just nods. Just nods.
To the door and beckons you to follow. If you will follow me, we will be using my personnel airship.
June follows.
Mm-hmm.
And you all make your way to the. Is it the loading bay?
We could call it hangar deck.
Hangar, right. Words not coming to DM today.
It's okay.
Happens.
And you make your way aboard a what is basically a miniature Zeppelin. And without issue, you depart and make your way to the ground side below. The village of Vihamid in southern Ravar is, as Piazza said, a small landlocked village situated in the plains, surrounded by a woodland. Very little civilization around it. It's almost just a little dot in the massive greenery of the continent. When you land and step out, you find it is quite warm and humid.
Yeah. Humidity.
Basil fans himself lightly with his hand and he's using prestidigitation to make a little gust of wind.
Piper idly runs her fingers through her head feathers in a tick that she barely even seems to notice she's doing, keeping herself nice and perky.
Hardy just sort of flares her nostrils and smiles, enjoying the weather, but still not saying anything.
As I had said, this is a primarily human-dominated populace, so I will leave the talking to you for the most part.
Okay. That'll work.
And she lets you guys take the lead.
Good. Amset just stares at Piesa for a second before following on.
So, anybody we're looking for in particular, or just whatever?
It is, I am not entirely sure. As I said, I have very little history here.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll just wing it. June seeks out the nearest kind of building that either looks like a sheriff's office or some sort of maybe mayor thing. She looks for something that looks official.
And as you approach the village in earnest, it's, first thing you might notice about it is very well kept. These buildings, despite their distance from civilization, these are the kind of brick and mortar you usually see in more metropolitan areas. It's very well maintained, very crisp, very artfully designed. There's a bit of Gothic architecture, especially in the church, but there are paved roads. There are glass and even some metal, and some of the wags being pulled on the street by hadrosaurs.
Oh,
You've
look at the
got
dinos.
small streams cutting through. You got a neat little wooden bridge overlooking it. It's just
And that's gonna just dead ass stop for a second and look at the hadrosaurs.
a Corythosaurus is pulling a wagon loaded with bagels.
Oh, bagels. June is going to ask the hadrosaur if she could have some bagels.
The Corythosaurus turns to acknowledge you, honks slightly, then turns on its way.
So
Those are 3 for $1, ma'am. A human woman, rushes up, trying to catch up with the wagon, having apparently been chasing it for some time. Whew. Marty's got some long legs on him. Yes, those are my stocks. Those are 3 for $1.
okay, $3 All right. Would you
Marty!
all?
Marty, heel! The Corythosaurus stops in its tracks, turns, honks at her.
Marty, be nice to your lady. June is going to turn to the rest of the group and ask, so, would you all like some bagels?
Would not mind one.
Okay.
Amset just shakes his head. No, thank you.
A yes?
That's a no shake. It's a
No
no
shake.
thank you.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Ladybird? Adorable little smaller naga?
Haridi just blushes when she's called adorable, but then she nods and takes a bagel.
Alright, wonderful. I'll take 30.
The woman's eyes go wide at that. Then she looks you over and shrugs in a, yeah, that scans gesture. Heads over to her cart, pulls out a pair of wooden, basically shish kebabs with 10 bagels stacked on each one and hands them to you.
Thank you. June hands each of the recipients who wanted a bagel. June then just eats the other ones, much the way someone else would eat Oreos.
So I'm guessing y'all are from that mercenaries guild we contacted?
Yes, madam.
She nods. You're gonna want to speak to Mayor Minx. He can probably tell it best.
Thank you very much. We were looking for a little bit of guidance.
Mayor Minx. I wonder if he's a mink.
Why don't you go to the mayor's office and find out?
Isn't that rude to assume?
Well, it is rude, but it's also funny to guess.
Also, lizard horse. Is that normal?
You see a few more Corythosaurs wandering around the streets in the distance. Apparently they're this world's version of horses.
In some places, they're quite common.
Adorable. Like big scaly ponies.
They're
You think I'm gonna have a session where dinosaurs aren't commonplace?
No, but Amset doesn't come from a place where they don't have anything other than horses. And Amset's from insert fantasy Egypt here.
Well, so I guess shall we head to the mayor's office?
Yes.
Okay.
As you make your way through, June, Haridi, You get a few quizzical looks, though no one seems to be particularly judgmental or anything. They're just very not used to Sneeple.
Equal.
Sneeple.
I mean, I don't know what else you would call snake people other than Sneeple. It's like you call sheep
Snapple.
people sheeple.
Snapple.
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 Oh,
Snake people. Snapple.
Alright, so I presume we've made our way to the mayor's office.
Yes.
So when we get to the mayor's office, Haridi is just still holding her bagel, and she sort of realizes that, and then just shoves the whole thing in her mouth, and tries to be as subtle about it as she can.
Roll stealth.
Should the rest of us roll a perception check, or
No, just Haridi, roll stealth.
okay?
Okay, no one seems to notice. Or if they do, they don't care. And now, the inside of the mayoral office. This is a marble building with a glass patio, a fountain on the inside, a statue of the mayor in the middle of the mountain holding up a what appears to be a snow globe of the town itself on the inside, and leaning against his shoulder is a long-coated humanoid of indeterminate gender, with goggles and a long ponytail, with a plaque at the bottom reading Johnny Holiday and Mayor Mink. The hands that hold us above the clouds.
Oh.
It is gaudy as fuck.
So Haridi takes a look at this statue for a minute, and then she says, "Good Lord, they have no taste."
I've seen worse, sadly.
Yeah, Reedy's got a southern accent.
Yes.
Good.
Can I help you all? You hear a nasally voice. And sitting at the front desk is a woman with terrifyingly angular glasses and curly red hair.
Yes, hello. Hello, madam.
When I say terrifying, I mean like her glasses are so angular, the FCC would demand they be redesigned so that they don't intimidate small children.
Okay. Yes, hello, madam. We're from the...
Point being that it's Janine from Ghostbusters.
Ah.
We're from the guild. You sent for us to solve some sort of moon problem?
You're gonna need to be more specific than the right. Hang on, I'll buzz you in. And she pushes a button on her desk, and a small box on a small drawer opens up, and a bee the size of a hamster flies out and buzzes its way over into the back rooms through a doorway. A moment later, it returns, lands on the desk, and in a disturbingly human voice says, "Come in, come in."
She buzzed us in.
Alright, move on in.
The mayor's office is, well, it's a little toned down. There's only a few potted plants that appear to be growing their own fruit. There's only a couple paperweights shaped like him. His desk is only a little bit larger than a cow. And as he spins around in his chair and greets you, you see a very human man, about in his early 40s, late 30s, combed back hair, wearing a blue suit with the sleeves rolled up to deal with the heat. His tie is very loose around his neck. Oh, yes, 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 come in, come in. You are the mercenaries I have sent for. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Beer?
Smashing, smashing. You are, I admit, this town has not seen many like you before.
Yeah, not a lot have.
Amset shrugs.
Yes, 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 quite, quite. Well, I am sure our associate has filled you in on the nature of our little sticky wicket here. In the back, Piper shakes her head. Actually, no, I thought you would. Yes, well, how many of you are familiar with the moon?
Like the moon that goes around the earth and is
Yes.
like at night, right?
Yes, that moon. That moon indeed.
I dare say everyone above ground.
We're all familiar with the moon.
Amset shakes his head no. Not that he doesn't know what the moon is, but because he's being a fuck.
Yes, yes. Well, this planetary body that is a part of your and my daily lives, is not generally known for causing any manner of supernatural tomfoolery, so far as we are aware. But, lately, that has not been the case. Lately, it seems to have been, quite the naughty body indeed.
Naughty body. Wait, how's the moon being a naughty body?
He pulls aside the curtains, revealing the, it's about 7:30 p.m. right now. The sun is starting to dip. It won't be long now, I'm afraid. I was hoping that, a guild of a guild as traveled as you lot might have a little more insight on just what the nature of this predicament of ours is.
Is it werewolves?
Perhaps. He grunts slightly. It will be easier to show you. He loosens his tie, and then grunts and doubles over slightly, as there's a loud crunching and squishing noise reverberating throughout his body. And out from outside, you can hear similar sounds as the various workers apparently also deal with this. The mayor drops down to his chair, gritting his teeth lightly as his face just surges forth, his nose elongating. His legs withdraw up until they're half their length, and his fingers become large, blunted nails. His ears rise to the top of his head, and his nose and upper lip join together until they're curling down over his face. And as he looks up at you, the transformation nearing its end, Mayor Mink, true to his name, is now an anthropomorphic tapir.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, this is, not normal for the people of our town, I'm afraid.
You don't say.
Yes.
Amset takes his hand off the axe for a second because what the fuck is the mayor?
So,
This
Mr.
occurs
Mayor,
under the light of this occurs under the light of every moon.
Mr.
Not
Mayor,
counting the new moon, it seems, which is which is why we suspect that it is the source of the issue.
I don't want to be mean, Mr. Mayor, but I joked earlier that I thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if Mayor Mink was a mink? I didn't think that would be like serious, so I'm preemptively apologizing.
For what? For what?
For jokefully assuming and then possibly making this actually a thing. So yeah.
But I'm not a mink. I am some sort of amphibious. I actually don't know what this creature is.
Oh, okay.
Someone roll nature.
Okay.
Bu-
Nature, I do not have nature trained.
I don't either. Let's see what I get.
But I don't have it trained, but apparently I've heard
Wow,
of
Jesus.
So you know what a taper is.
Okay.
I believe that is a bard's tapir.
Juniper, you've seen something like this, but you're pretty sure it was a dream-eating yokai?
Wow. Okay.
It is, I'm afraid. Does not seem to be any immediate danger, the mayor continues. But this is certainly an inconvenience in our day-to-day lives, I should have to say. If you could get to the bottom of it, we would be most grateful.
Would you mind if we asked a few questions of you?
Oh, please, go right ahead. Anything we can do to help.
Thank you, sir. I am curious if any of a member of this village who has been afflicted of this, affliction, are they ever moving away from the village to see if it followed them?
I don't follow.
Oh, I'm just curious if this is a curse or, I don't know, swell of native magic, whatever it could be. Whatever it could be.
What my friend means to say is, has anyone tried leaving town to see if they still turn into a U?
No, none of us has. It did. Well, you saw our town coming in. Where would we go?
It's fair.
Well, you apparently have a good enough postal service to get a guild airship out here.
Yes. We were able to buzz you in quickly enough, but I'm afraid our ability to transport larger bodies, such as yourselves, is quite limited.
I bet they use bees to buzz.
Well, that's going to make it harder to narrow things down a bit.
We used to use wasps for it, but there were some incidents.
Oh.
Hmm.
About how long ago did this start?
I should say a little under a month now.
Huh.
It has what has led us to chart the incidents, allowing us to determine that this is some sort of lunar phenomenon. Yes.
Did it start with everyone all at once, or just a couple people?
It, as far as I can tell, it was everyone in the town. Except for Glenn.
Glenn.
And
Who's
this,
Glenn?
Glenn is the only one of us who appears to be unaffected.
Has anything dramatic or even slight changed in that period of month?
Well, right now our biggest concern, besides the nature of the affliction in general, is that our band of ruffians known as Jenny and the Boys have begun taking advantage of their newfound bodies and started causing all manner of chicanery, causing all sorts of trouble.
My swords are silvered. Would you like me to dispense with them?
Oh, we would abhor it. We would abhor any unnecessary violence, ma'am.
They are just, some small town thieves. It's nothing really to draw any blood over.
Yes, I'm afraid Johnny Greenteeth has only eaten 2 people so far.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Could you elaborate on that, please?
I would rather not.
So, okay.
What does like Johnny Green Teeth?
Probably Johnny, who has green teeth. I'll take my guess. Okay. So...
Used to be a novelist. Have never read his work myself, but it would appear that this affliction has allowed the, pardon the expression, but awakened the inner beast. Quite.
Okay.
And you don't want us to kill him.
We
Well-
would prefer not to. Our population is quite small as is.
I mean, you know, it seems like... Does this curse affect everyone in your town equally? Like, you're pretty composed, but other folks not? Is that what's going on?
Well, that's difficult to determine. How much is, as they say, the mind is a plaything of the body and whatnot. Perhaps some of our instincts are getting the better of us, or perhaps this, the newfound power some of us are experiencing is simply awakening what was already there, so to speak.
Ah, okay.
Awful lenient for a murderer, I have to say.
Well,
I did not want to get into it, but the victims in question were not well liked.
Hmm.
Oh.
Even still, it is quite ghastly.
all right. Mr. Mayor, we know that this is probably uncomfortable for you, so we'll try to keep any sort of information or any questions. You know,
Arthur and Anita were no two ways about it. They were white supremacists.
Ah.
Hmm.
Anywho, so, mixed bag then. Okay. So, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
So, okay. As the one, and aside from the one fellow who is apparently unaffected by this, any other particular like strange standouty cases, like maybe someone who definitely this happened before anyone else, or maybe dabbles in like weird magical things?
My knowledge, not to my knowledge, all of us are. All of us were quite human, to my knowledge.
All right. Okay. Could we get like the? So far, it's like the only clue that we got, unless I'm completely blanking on something to ask you guys. June turns to the rest of the party. If anyone has any other questions.
Hmm.
No.
All right. Well, I guess
Mhm.
I guess we could go ask the fella, the guy who's not affected by this. See what's up with him. Maybe he knows something.
Well, that might be the best place to start.
The mayor pushes a button on his desk. Gertrude, prepare for our guests a map of the town. They are going to need it, I should think. And as before, a bee flies out of his little box and out into the main hall.
I love the bee.
Do you head to the main hall?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I have put my trust into this bee. I've given it my respect. Of course, I follow the bee into the hall.
Okay, you head back to the front desk. Gertrude is now a potted cactus.
Whoa, wait,
Mhm.
what?
A potted cactus wearing angular, terrifying glasses.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad the glasses stayed. That's the important part.
June calls in back at the mayor. Mr. Mayor, does this curse affect everyone a little bit differently?
I should say so. I am, so far as I can tell, I am the only tape hearer.
Okay. That might explain why some other people are a little bit more violent.
The cactus is not animated or like a cactus or anything, by the way. It is just a cactus with glasses.
Yeah. Okay.
But sitting on the desk is a sheet of paper, which, upon closer inspection, appears to be a map of the town.
Oh.
Yes, this is not a conventional case of lycanthropy.
And it is
No.
usually lycanthropy comes with a very general instinct to cause harm, unless the individual's willpower is quite strong.
Also fur. I would imagine, has fur.
Not necessarily. Rare sharks are a thing.
Oh. Okay. Well. Nah, it wouldn't. It would be weird to water the cactus before we leave, right?
Gertrude does not respond.
I can't say one way or another. Excuse me, madam, can you move?
Gertrude does not respond.
You know what? I'm gonna leave us some water. June takes out her. I'm gonna presume that she has a little canteen because it's old fantasy time. You've got to transport water somehow, and just waters the cactus a little bit. There we go. Now you're not thirsty anymore, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Smart guy. You wanna take the map? I'm not terribly good with directions.
Excuse me, do you mean me?
Yeah.
I can if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, you want to take the map.
All right, well, take the map. He'll flick it open, look around.
It is very conveniently labeled in common. Most of the residents' houses are named. It's a fairly straightforward map. It will show you the residential district, the shops, the political offices, transportation, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is Glenn's house labeled?
Yes.
I guess we have a first destination.
Before he leaves, Amsa will tuck into her drawer a single gold coin.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
You leave offerings in temples, yes?
Yeah, not really a temple though. It's more like just like a mayor's house. It's an office.
There is difference?
No, he definitely has a point. They worship this fella.
Is that really them worshipping, or is he more like worshipping himself? Oh.
Amsa shrugs. Better safe than sorry. Do not want to turn into... What is an appropriate animal?
What are we applying this to?
And Amsa just like, what would I turn into? As he says, stepping outside.
can't say. It's hard to tell if this curse is or magic, whatever it may be, is like we're wrapping onto.
Maybe it'll turn me into a human lady.
More likely changing to something more abstract.
like a pineapple?
Possibly.
Oh, I don't like pineapples that much.
On that note, you all may notice that you are not changing. And through the big glass windows all coming on through the porch, you can clearly see the moon in the sky. Its light should be affecting you as soon as the sun finishes dipping.
So evidently it takes time to set an effect.
Either that or it targets the locals specifically.
Possibly. Do you know that we need for
Perhaps they've offended some higher power?
also possibly
That was my thought.
it could just as easily be a deity or some sort of nature spirit as it could be a swell in the natural magic causing all kinds of misfortune.
Hmm.
Why, I experienced a swell once that turned my toast into a muffin. It's very interesting.
Sounds like an upgrade to me.
Well, I was in the mood for toast at the time, but sure.
Okay. It's alright to be wrong.
What's a muffin?
Madam, that is quite aggressive.
We should go find the house, yes. And Amset starts walking off in a direction. Would you like me to roll a d4 to see if it's the right direction? Or a d8? D8 be appropriate?
I have a map.
Amset doesn't have the map. He's just going.
Yeah, but we can direct him.
Amzat, would you like to
Yes.
know where we're going?
Maybe.
Amsat, roll that d4.
Woo! That vanished entirely. Weird. I got 2.
Okay, Amsat, you start making your way for what Basil realizes is the market.
Mr. Amset, you're heading towards the market.
And as you make your way down the street, you notice things are a bit chaotic. Not full-blown panic. They've had time to get used to this, but Marty the Corythosaurus is now running down the street again, dragging the wagon of bagels because his handler, that nice young lady in the old-timey apron and dress, is now an anthropomorphic nano-tyrannus, and she is spooking him.
Oh,
The kids hanging out, playing by the pond, are now a couple of what appear to be red-eyed tree frogs and a salamander. The woman hanging clothes out to dry from the top of her window is a porcupine, and she is having trouble negotiating her way out without prickling anything. A town crier ringing a bell, calling for donations to the local orphanage is now what appears to be, of all things, an Odiug.
huh.
I don't... Like, he looks to the groups. I am very confused.
Well, it's a little weird. It's a little weird.
It's evidently not restricted to natural things.
And Amset, as you make your way down the streets, you hear a small feminine voice whistle at you and shout, "Hey, Shug."
The mask face turns to see who's trying to flirt with him.
You see a foxy lady leaning by the curbside, smoking a long cigar, very clearly a streetwalker. She winks at you, and true to form, she is what appears to be an anthropomorphic tardigrade.
Well,
Amset turns back to the group, very confused. How much has changed since I've been away?
Oh, hon, you are new in town, ain't you?
Amset goes back to the group. Congratulations. He's like, nope, there is a certain line in the sand that one man can only take. This is my line. Going back to the group. Nope.
Have your way, Shug. I'll be here.
I mean, you seem nice.
I'm comfortable with who I am. Don't
good.
offend me none.
That's good.
Strange creature that. I think they're called a water bear. Not sure they're called a water bear though.
We let's
There's bears in the water?
Oh, my friend, there's all kinds of things in the water.
That doesn't surprise me.
One moment, running to the bathroom.
Righto.
At least it is not a sand bear.
I haven't heard of one of those. I have heard of sand sharks, of all things.
They are not fun.
Oh,
Sand
you've
sharks.
experienced them. You've experienced these sand sharks, then.
Yes, a long time ago.
Hmm.
Small ones, not the big ones.
Well, of course.
So yes.
So, we should probably get back to the map unless you want to explore more of this fascinating town's culture.
I was just presuming that as we were talking, we were making our way toward,
Okay, back.
I want to say Gideon?
Amset made his way to the market because nobody told him, and he was like, all right, we have to fix the problem. And then, oh god, a girl's flirting with me. How do I tell her politely, no thank you?
So, we have continued to make our way toward our destination.
Yes, we have returned to the path of the person who's not affected.
As you make your way down the street, Marty runs by again, now chasing his owner.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Marty, stop it.
I'm gonna
Roll handle animal.
Yes, Amset, the man who has a 0 in handle handling.
Oh, it's not bad.
Marty stops, honks at you.
I use
That
press.
is not nice.
He honks a little dejectedly.
Stop chasing her. Go chase other people.
Marty looks around.
Let's use Mage Hand to grab hold of his reins and kind of just float it over.
He follows, recognizing the gesture.
Okay. I'll just tie it carefully to a nearby post, so he's stationary.
Oh, sweet mercy, thank you, hon. The saleswoman approaches, clearly tangled up in her dress now that her arms are about half as big as they were.
You might. Excuse me, madam. Is there any sort of perfume that you like to wear?
Oh, no, I can't afford nothing like that.
It could be as simple as just ground herbs, whatever. If you could just cover your scent a little bit, it might make him a little easier to handle.
I've never tried anything like that. I didn't think they had that keen a sense of smell.
Oh, they may or they may not.
Of course, the whole world is kind of alive with smells now.
They may or they may not. I am not completely sure. That's not my area of expertise. But every little bit might
I
help.
cannot smell currently.
She takes the reins and just glares at him in the face. Now here, Marty, it's still me. Been over this.
You can also try offering him a little bit of treats or fruit or something, so he associates this new body of yours with, treats.
That's not a bad idea. Hold on one second. And she tries to reach into her back pocket and continues to try.
I will help her with Mage Hand.
And you pull out a satchel full of what appear to be bugles.
Okay.
She takes one and pops it into Marty's mouth, and he immediately calms down.
It's not the greatest long-term solution, but for now, it could help calm him.
Thank you so much, hon.
It's no problem at all. Well, now, I apologize for leaving so abruptly, but we should probably get started on solving this mess.
Let me guess, you're headed for Glenn's place?
Well, it's the most obvious place to go.
Amset shrugs.
Points down to the residential district. He lives somewhere down there. Fella creeps me right out.
All right. Thank you very much.
Do not worry. We will creep him out instead. And he walks down the road nonchalantly.
And you make your way to the residential district. It is a very pleasant suburban street, full of nearly identical-looking houses.
This place is
It
weird.
ends in a cul-de-sac.
We look for the obviously decrepit house for the creepy man.
It's the nicest one on the fucking block.
And at the corner of the cul-de-sac, you see three kids setting up a taco stand. So one whiff of it, and you're pretty sure the tacos are made of paper plates, grass, and shredded crab.
Okay.
Amsut will go to the taco stand. He will put a gold coin on the table. It's like, hello, I would like one taco.
A small goblin-y looking creature that you quickly recognize as... Actually, roll me a nature.
Roll you a nature, fantastic. I enjoy that Amsut is just canonically, what the fuck?
Okay, they appear to be some kind of lemur. They quickly grab the coin, flip it into their bag, and say, "One taco, boys!" And a bipedal flatworm and a blue jay both hand you a taco.
Amsut takes the taco. Would you be able to help us? We are looking for Glenn.
Oh, information doesn't come free.
Are you charging an entire gold for tacos?
Ah, you're right. Maybe I should raise it to 2.
Wow.
I'm trying to do an Eddie voice, and I keep turning into a Southern Belle, and I don't know what the connection there is.
Alrighty talks in a southern voice that's slowly been infecting everybody. I'm trying my best not to go into southern for Amsut.
Just my default character voice.
I know it is, but like, Blake's picked it up a little bit, Ray's picked it up a little bit. I'm trying not to make the mummy speak in a southern
I'm
accent.
doing my absolute.
normal, damn it.
I'm doing my absolute.
Skipping away.
I'm doing my absolute best to maintain East Coast, like Boston, New Yorker accent, and it's really, really hard. I'm doing my best.
You are doing really good, though. I'm just saying. Unfortunately, like, I can't blame you or your Raves too much. Y'all are from Texas, so.
Yeah, we hear other Southerns, and we try to skew that way.
Yeah, you could. Any case, Amsut puts another gold coin down. We are looking for Glenn. Where is he?
Oh, Glenn. And the lemur boy extends one creepy long finger towards a house that is completely identical to all the others. Hey,
Thank you.
if you see him, tell me he owes me one for that garden trowel. It was my brother's.
I will keep it in mind. And then, like, a little stiffer than he should, he goes straight back up and goes back to the group. I know which house is the Glenn's house, and he points to it, holding his taco.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so guess
You
we
help
just head
bribe the
over.
locals. Yes.
Alrighty. June, I presume the rest are following. Makes her
Yes.
way up to Glenn's house.
It is a completely unassuming 1950s suburban household. Do
Okay.
you knock on the door?
June knocks on the door.
Do you knock in a shave and a haircut?
No, just regular knocking.
Well, after a moment, door opens, and a perfectly human man is standing there, wearing jeans, a white button-down short shirt. His hair is slick black. He has some thick-framed glasses, and he's wearing a very enthusiastic smile. Well, hey there, neighbor.
Hello there. Are you Glenn?
I am the one.
Ah, perfect.
Hey,
Well,
Glenn.
Gosh, you look like you're new around here.
Yeah.
Yes.
We came on a request by your town to try and help with this situation.
Oh, I'll help however I can. Nothing I really know about though. Why don't y'all come in? Get out of the sun.
Well,
Please note, the sun is completely set now.
Okay.
Amset walks in because it was an invitation.
yeah. It's, to be honest, Glenn, it's probably less about what you know and probably more about what is involved in your house or something on your property. It could be the smallest thing. We have no idea how the magic of this circumstance is affecting you.
Well, golly, that sounds serious. What can I do for you? For you neighbors?
Well, just answer some questions, allow us to poke around.
Amanda, we have guests. Why don't you bring us in some egg creams? All right, sweetie. Comes a voice from the kitchen that is clearly trying very hard to mask how deep it is.
What is an egg cream? This
Best
is
as
Am.
Best as I understand, it's like just a weird, nasty milkshake.
What is a milkshake?
And Glenn sits down in his chair and takes out a pipe and puts it in his mouth. Sit down, neighbors. Su casa es mi casa.
Amset sits down.
Okay.
A moment later, a bipedal rhino woman stomps into the living room carrying a tray of what appear to be milkshakes and distributes them among you.
Okay. Well, definitely take a sip of it.
Amset kindly takes it in the other hand, not holding the taco.
Thanks, hon.
I'll say Basil will take a glass and take a sip.
It is, it's a very straightforward egg cream.
This may sound strange, but I've never actually had that.
Yeah, neither have I. It's just the 50s sounding beverage I can think of.
Yeah.
I will be as suspicious as possible, so no one suspects.
Considering my allergy, I probably never will.
It's, okay, as best as I understand, and this is like a not in character thing, this is just something that I know. To the best of my knowledge, what an egg cream is a chocolate soda with milk in it. Like a carbonated milkshake. Kind of.
Sounds weird, but not too bad.
That sounds 50s.
Yeah, like, supposedly depending on how it's prepped and how it's made, it can either be, like, palatable or kind of just, ugh.
It's kind of like a root beer float.
Oh, I'm game for that.
Like a root beer float, but open to more ways of being messed up.
Now, how are these? Are they the good ones or the bad ones?
Oh, they seem to be quite good.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, you do not have much of a point of reference.
I mean, do we immediately want to chuck it out the window?
It is a perfectly serviceable beverage.
Cool.
Amset sits there, not taking off his mask, politely holding the egg cream and the taco.
Oh, Glenn lights his pipe. So, neighborinos, what can I do you for?
Gosh, this just reminds me of Flanders.
You literally just said neighborinos.
I know! I'm just like, God damn it, it's Flanders!
Well, as you may have noticed, um, folks all around you are turning into weird things during the moon cycles, but you aren't. So, kind of just curious to know, like, maybe what you've been up to, what you might be doing, what, like, weird things you may have seen or whatever, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on with the rest of your neighbors and your townsfolk.
Well, gee, I don't like to pry. I mostly just live my life, do my job, take care of my beautiful wife,
You're doing a
Mhm.
good job of that.
make
I can
an honest
tell.
living. Frankly, it's not my place to pry into their personal business.
Oh,
That's fair.
we're not prying into that. We're not prying into their business. We're prying into yours. If that's okay.
Oh, that's just plumb fine.
Oh, good.
Sorry, that's just fine dad diddly iron.
If I may ask, do you and your wife share all your meals?
Well, she packs my lunch, obviously. I spend most of my damn day on the office.
And where is your office?
Oh, it's in center town.
Hmm.
I work in the label industry. The mustard jars don't write their own names, I can tell you that.
I would imagine.
Hmm. So you'd say you both have roughly the same diet?
Near darn tootin'.
Do you take any...
Of course, ever since Amanda's new affliction, her pork chops just give her a bit of tummy troubles, if you know what I mean. So we're trying to lean towards something a little more vegetable heavy.
Understandable.
You know what they say, I'll try anything once.
Question. Do you take any sort of like vitamins or herbal medications?
Well, aside from a little bit of Tylenol PM to help me sleep, no, I'm a natural as the day I was born.
Hmm.
If I may ask a impolite question, are you sure you're 100% human? Might have a grandfather, grandmother who was something else.
Plumb sure as the day is long.
Alright.
Amset is no concern because he thought it was daytime in the middle of the night.
Hmm. On that note, does he look like he has like bad eyes?
He has glasses, but he doesn't seem to be having any real trouble.
Okay. And glasses aren't anything like unique to him. There's other people with glasses in the town.
Lots of people with glasses.
Okay.
Including the cactus.
Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking like, oh, duh. Glasses. It's refracting the light. Maybe that's why he's not trying. Like, no. Yeah. I'm going in weird places.
Have you noticed anything like weird or unusual? I mean, aside from all the other stuff around, but like any like particular action or weird thing that happened in town recently?
Well, heck, what can you call weird in this crazy mixed up world of ours?
Muffins?
Oh, muffins aren't weird. Muffins are wholesome.
Exactly. What? Yeah. Anyway, no, we're just trying to get some idea of why you seem to be unaffected by what's going on, and everyone else is. Maybe something that may have happened at the office one day. Maybe something that you like weren't exposed to. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, I'm a simple man, but near as I can tell, green vegetables, hour of exercise a day, and a little good old-fashioned prayer.
Any particular gods?
Huh?
Any particular gods?
Oh, I worship all of them.
Is that a common practice in this town?
All right, no, I don't like to pry.
It's like, yay, you're being a good neighbor, but also, fucking hell. You're not helping.
Would you say that okay, so you pray to all the gods. That's good. Um, would would you say that you pray to a god or something that maybe not everyone does, or like maybe you think it's not enough attention?
Oh, I don't like to pry into my neighbor's own religious beliefs, sir. What do I look like? A season 20 version of myself?
Also, excuse you, ma'am. June asked. Um, what else? June leans into, God, Raven, what's your character's name again?
Basil.
Oh, Basil, that's right.
Basil.
Basil. June leads,
Basil, like
June leads
spice.
into, to Basil. So, do you think this guy might be worshipping some sort of, like, inadvertently proxying, like, preventing himself from being, like, crucified because he prays to some random god?
Always possible. Some gods are just frightfully territorial of their worshippers. It's hard to say, really.
Oh, I know. I'm you know, as a fellow like former as a wife myself, I'm gonna help out your wife in the kitchen a little bit, okay? You go ahead and just keep talking with my friends here, and you know, I'll be right back, okay?
Well, that's mighty neighborly of you, ma'am.
All right. June slithers off to the kitchen to have a brief chat with Glenn's wife.
Amanda is busy basting a turkey.
Oh, turkey. Focus, June.
She's stuffing it full of vegetables.
Ugh, vegetables. Anyway. Hey, Amanda.
Oh, hello there.
Hey. You know,
She
wife,
coughs,
wife,
clears her throat.
wife myself. You know, a bit of mom. I figured I'd help you out here a little bit in the kitchen.
Oh, well, that's mighty neighborly of you.
Yeah. Hey, say, I was just wondering. June goes over to help her out with the turkey. So your husband seems to.
Cut out there.
Oh, June goes to help with the turkey. So Amanda, I noticed that your husband's a super nice guy.
Oh, he's a real catch, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. So he briefly mentioned that he, you know, he worships all gods. That's nice. Would you say that everyone around here worships all the gods? I know-
Oh, this is like we are right. I'm trying to make it sound fake, and it's sounding even faker than I'm trying to make it sound.
Good.
Oh, we're a very insular, secular community.
Oh, so like not everyone worships all the time?
We pride ourselves on religious freedom.
Huh. Would you say that you worship frequently?
Oh, that's really more Glenn's deal.
Okay. All right. Hey, that's neat.
For me, it's all about getting through the day.
Oh yeah, no, I know that feeling. Yeah, my husband, he wasn't like
She coughs again.
he didn't super practice a lot, but you know when he got one of those moods, ugh, Just always talking about the elder spirits all the time. Do. Never been one myself for it. Hey, but thanks for chatting. Now let's make sure that this turkey is, it's tasty and stuff. And so June doesn't go on with major serious chatty, but does continue to help Amanda out with the turkey.
And when you're done with it, that turkey will be delicious.
Oh yeah. June's
Meanwhile,
gonna try
Am's
very hard to not just take it all for herself.
Excuse me, I must go to the bathroom. And he puts down the milkshake and the taco and begins to look for the bathroom.
Just down the hall.
Cool. Amset is going to go, quote unquote, to the bathroom, observing everything in between here and there. Would you like me to roll a perception check?
Go ahead.
Cool. I don't have a good stat for that. I got a 5.
This is the most normal household you have ever seen. And in being normal, it is in that sense exceptional.
Amset will be slightly concerned, but continue to the bathroom.
You see knickknacks all over the walls. Most of them are pigs. You got pigs in hats, pigs in business suits, pigs mowing the lawn, pigs at the beach, pigs in a blanket.
I fuddle with the pigs in a blanket.
It's a cute little knickknack.
Amset fuddles with it for a few minutes, puts it back, looks to the toilet, shrugs, flushes the toilet.
There's a fuzzy blue cover on the seat.
Amset doesn't mess with the fuzzy blue cover, he just flushes the toilet.
It flushes as a normal toilet would.
Amset sits going, man, they've gotten better at this. He looks at the toilet for a brief second because it's furry. Does that mean it's an animal? He gently taps the toilet with his foot.
Did you look directly into the bowl?
No. He's just like, I don't trust that. I'm going to tap it with my foot.
It clangs like enamel.
Then he looks in the bowl.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Okay.
I'm in danger. Maybe not.
Okay. As you stare into the swirling water, incense and peppermints does not begin playing in your head.
Okay. Amset turns on the water like he's washing his hands. Stands there a bit. Eventually turns off the water. Ruffles the towel up to make it look like him.
This is, in fact, a bathroom.
He opens the door. So is it like down a hallway?
Yeah.
Are there other doors in this hallway?
Yeah.
I go to the nearest door and I open it up, just poke him ahead and...
It's a bedroom. There's a two-person bed.
Ooh, this is their bedroom.
There is a large sink in one side of the mattress where Amanda has gained an enormous amount of weight recently.
Amset just closes the door like, okay, this is a bedroom. Because he's looking for the cult stuff, because it's got to be in one of these. Everything about this screams cult. He knows cults. He's from the era of cults. He goes to another door, quietly opens it.
It's a library. There's a desk. There's a bunch of books.
Hmm.
There's a stand with a empty coffee cup on it.
Hmm.
There is a little knickknack of an Audiyug sitting on top of one of the bookshelves.
I must figure out what that thing is. It scares me. He just quietly closes the door. He's like, okay, I don't know how long would be like generally correct because this is 1950s and he's from 50s BC. So he's like, at some point they're going to yell at me because everybody yells at me.
This house is the most aggressively normal house you have ever seen.
I guess so. I'm assuming there's nothing. Are there any other rooms down this hallway?
No.
Okay. He pops back out into the hallway, goes back to the couch, sits down, grabs his taco, quote unquote, and his milkshake.
Anyway, that's how I became Employee of the Month.
Such a fascinating tale.
So I don't know when would be like a good appropriate period of time. I guess June returns from the kitchen. So is that a good time, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Glenn. Your wife is almost ready to get everything out. We're guests and everything, so why don't you go help her out with the getting everything set up, and we'll have a nice turkey dinner.
Gosh, that would be swell.
Does Glenn leave the room?
Yes.
Oh my god. You guys, I think I might know what's up.
What's up?
Is it called things?
You know what? Maybe by proxy, but in a weird roundabout sort of way. Amanda said that this is a very secular community, that they don't really reject anybody, but nobody is like particularly worshipy. Like no one's too into the whole faith things. Glenn is, so I think he by proxy is just getting protection from the curse because he just worships everybody. So
It is quite possible.
So I think that whatever might be happening here, like maybe, I think it could be just a case of like some weird like god or something is like, I'm gonna curse this town because no one is worshiping me except for my one worshiper here. So I think that's what's going on. By the way, the turkey's also gonna be really good. So, and I helped work on it, so I call the breasts.
You are welcome to have my portion of the turkey.
Yes.
Amset says, still holding the taco and the milkshake. On my way back from the bathroom, I found a bedroom and I think it is a scroll room, but with the vertical scrolls you all use.
Oh, books, yeah.
Books, that's the word. I could only remember scroll.
Do you notice anything weird in it? Well, actually, no, not really weird, but like, I guess out of the ordinary? Or like some sort of signal about who this guy's been worshipping? I mean, well, he's been worshipping everybody.
There was one of those 3-armed things we saw in the street. A miniature model in his library. Of books.
June is doing her darndest to try to do, like, thinky things, but she's not terribly good at it.
This house felt normal, which is weird.
Normal is weird?
This is not my normal, but it feels normal.
Yeah, there's kind of a whole lot of that. Hmm. Uh,
Suddenly, without warning, you hear gunshots.
oh my god.
Phew.
Oh,
Well,
They're coming from somewhere outside.
you see,
they're shooting
Basil's on the move. Like, he's out the fucking door already.
Yeah,
Ham
June
sits
goes
behind
to
him.
check.
Like, considering his top speed has been mosey or float, this is a little weird.
So at least June's outside. I presume Basil and quite a few others are as well.
Well, yeah, they charged
I
out
think-
there as soon as we heard.
And as you get back to the center of town, following the sounds of the gunshots, you see 4 figures wandering into the center of town. You've got what appear a centaur woman. She appears to be fairly normal centaur, save for the fact that she has fairly horse-like ears attached to her humanoid face, and for some reason a narwhal tusk jutting out of her forehead. She's dressed as a stereotypical cowgirl. To her right, you've got a man-sized froghemoth, and by man-sized I mean about 10 feet tall. To her left, you've got some sort of cuttlefish with a bunch of ammo belts wrapped around its mantle, carrying a pistol in 5 of its tentacles, using the remaining 5 to sort of form a sort of stalk to stand on, with ammo belts wrapped around them to keep them together. And just behind them... Wait, no, that's all 4 of them. I thought there was 5 for a second. There's 4. No, there is 5. 4. There was 4. There's 4, Casey. And standing behind them, standing on one leg like a stork, his shin rubbing against his calf, is what I can only describe as a cricketoon with the face of a Namekian.
Hmm.
Okay.
These are some very visceral descriptions.
Oh.
All right, fellas, you know the drill. Fill her up, but we won't fill you full of lead. I feel like I could have made a joke about unleaded there for a second, but the moment's passed. The centaur declares, firing again into the air.
Excuse me, madam, we would rather you take such hostilities elsewhere, if you please.
Well, you know, I would rather you fill the bag, son.
Hamzat grabs his bow and knocks an arrow.
I use Mage Hand to pick up the largest rock I can and just drop it in the bag. There, now you can leave.
She narrows her eyes at you, and her 3 cronies turn, each one sneering. Oh, looks like we're about to get a show, boys. Actually, Jenny, the froghemoth mumbles, we'll be putting on a show because we'll be participating. Dadgummit!
Hey,
Jenny, my dear, you have no sense of showmanship. Don't give me that, Johnny.
Which one is Johnny?
Well, did you say that out loud?
No.
The one who spoke was the cricket.
That was the cricket. Okay, cool.
hey, Jenny. Jenny and the boys, right?
Ah, so you have heard of us.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you were a band, but this is also kind of cool. Hey,
Well, I am not a music. Oh, I do not have any musical persuasion myself, but Johnny Two Legs back there plays a mean fiddle.
Oh, that sounds neat. Can we hear?
I'm confused. Aren't we about to throw down?
I mean, we were told to look out for you, but, to try to avoid violence, because we know that you're actually just like a member of this community who's been afflicted with this weird thing that's making you, like, that, which you all are now. So we'd rather not, but, I guess if we have to, we could just, like, pummel you a bit. But before we do, I do have a question. Do you all find that you, like, worship things a lot? Like, would you say you're devout of any sort of faith?
You are giving me a lot to unpack there, Shug.
Hey, we're about to throw down, but before we do, how's your stance with Jesus?
Look, I know it's weird, and we're like before the whole throwdown thing, but we're also trying to figure out why this is happening, and I have a theory.
Well, I consider myself an agnostic.
Okay, so far it checks out, guys.
Y'all aren't from around here, is ya?
Nope.
Well then, allow me to formally introduce ourselves. She points to herself, Jenny Johnson. The Froghemoth points to himself, Johnny Greenteeth. The Cricket motions to himself, Johnny Two Legs. And the Squid points to themselves, and Johnny One Shot. And together, we are Jenny and the Boys! The cuttlefish kind of twitches at that for a second.
Aw, does he not like loud noises?
No, I'm a marksman. I'm a
Oh,
marksman.
okay. Just like you winced a little bit when your leader yelled your name.
Yeah, Johnny, you do that a lot. Is there something on your mind? It's nothing. It's nothing. That we've got it. We got an encounter here.
Hamset lowers his bow because right now
you
he's
can
more
talk to us
confused.
about these things. One shot. It's fine. It's fine.
Hon, if it's fine, we can talk about it. It's okay.
It's just that maybe I don't like being one of the boys. Maybe I don't feel like a boy. With One Shot? What? You've never talked about this before. It's nothing. It's not nothing.
It sounds a lot like you're having some identity issues, and I completely get that. Maybe we should all put our weapons down and maybe just talk this out a little bit. Be friendly. We can be some neutral parties, and you got your friends all around here with you.
Dad done it, Jenny mumbles. This is... The mood's gone now.
Hamset nods, putting his bow away. Like, he walks up to One Shot and holds out the taco.
Okay.
Because he's had the taco this entire time, he can't eat.
Oh, thank you. And Johnny One Shot takes the taco and stuffs it under their mantle. You hear a crunching sound. And now I have to roll a fortitude save for One Shot.
Oh dear.
We may have a combat round yet, fellas.
Yeah,
You just-
come.
You just hear a high-pitched wail as Johnny One Shot's skin just starts to secrete a lot of water before they drop down to the ground and start frantically fanning the front of their face.
Oh God, Johnny, are you okay?
What did you just feed my henchman?
Taco.
What kind of taco was it?
Hamset shrugs.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Was it with the street taco from the Weird Kids?
Yes.
You just fed my henchman street taco? It was them Ed kids, wasn't it?
Yes. I forgot to ask about the trowel.
Oh, God. So,
Well,
does anyone here know, like, medicine things for jellyfish?
Don't think that's a jellyfish. I do not have medicine, and I should not roll with a 0 wisdom bonus.
Wait, cuttlefish, that's right.
all right. Get Green Teeth. Get them to the water. Before Jenny can even finish, Johnny Green Teeth is dunking Johnny One Shot into a water trowel.
Oh, thank God. So...
I think I need to go scare some street taco vendors.
Ah, man. Jenny, I'm real sorry about your hench, your partner. Yeah.
Jenny just has a hand to her forehead, shaking her head. This could not have gone worse.
I know, I'm sorry.
I disagree. It could have gone much worse.
I don't even feel like robbing y'all anymore.
Well, Jenny, look, we're trying to figure out what's up with everyone. And, you know, you helped us out trying to... We're slowly piecing together a puzzle. And, you know, if there's any way, like... I don't want to have to ask you this, but if you think you could, like, help us out, like, maybe try to figure out, like, what's maybe happened that, you know, the whole town's, you know, things.
I don't know what's happened, but I don't want it to stop happening. I like being this way. Jenny motions to herself.
Well, you know, that's great for you, but, you know, it's not really great for everyone else. I mean, there's a poor lady in there in the mayor's office. She's a cactus.
You talking about Gertrude?
Yeah,
She's doing an all right job.
yeah, but I don't know if she enjoys being a cactus.
I don't know if she enjoys much of anything.
Yeah.
That is
Not
a
since
fair
her-
statement.
Not since her husband left her.
Aw.
Wolf.
Shouldn't be airing her dirty laundry. What am I?
Aw.
That is a complicated question.
Personally, I like being able to fit into my old pants. Johnny Greenteeth mumbles, looking at his outfit.
Those are some very nice pants.
He's just wearing some super baggy golf pants with suspenders.
Amsec gives a thumbs up. Somewhere out there in the multiverse, Bruno flinches.
And my dulcet tunes can now be performed anywhere, regardless of my material components. Johnny Two Legs mutters, rubbing his shins together and letting out a sting of fiddle music.
Oh, that's nice. Well, look, you know, well, as we figure this out, maybe we could find a way for, like, some folks to stay as they are and others get to go back to being who they used to be.
At that moment, Johnny One Shot emerges from the water trowel, puffing.
You alright, hon?
That was Eddie's brother's secret army sauce, wasn't it?
I did not eat the taco. I do not know.
I mean, we apparently got it from some street kids. So, street taco.
One of their names was Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
I bought the street taco so I could get information.
That stuff is classified as a minor biological weapon.
Yeah, that looks
I don't know if
about
I'll
right.
ever taste again.
For the first time in this entire session, Amsec gives a small shekel.
Hun, you're a cephalopod. Can't you regenerate?
Yeah, what? Regenerate? Isn't it regenerate?
Look, I don't know your $5 words. I just read a marine biology book once.
Okay.
I have not.
Feel like I need to understand my henchmen's, abilities nowadays.
I mean, it would probably help. Okay, so
So you're on the trail of this whatever it is ya?
yeah, we got a working theory. I don't know if I should share the working theory until it's been finalized by the rest of my peers. June looks at the rest of the party, wondering if she should say what her theory is.
Amsec shrugs.
Probably best to keep it close to chest until we know a bit further. Bit more.
Yeah, we need just like a little bit more evidence, or maybe some testimonials, I guess. Jenny, you're the rest of your group. Would you all say that you're not terribly one for worshipping things?
As I said, I'm an agnostic. I used to worship Slaanesh, but nowadays I'm really more secular myself. Green Teeth mumbles.
Mm-hmm.
One shot just looks away, doesn't say anything. Johnny Two Legs just sneers. The only god I worship is the god of the dance.
Okay.
Kevin
Awesome.
Conroy.
I danced once.
June leans back into the rest of her-
Music is the only power I put my faith in. And then he does another fiddle string with his legs.
June looks to the rest of her group again. So far it seems like it's checking out.
Possibly.
Have we asked them what happened 1 month ago?
Nothing, so far as we can tell. Yeah, seems to have been a pretty ordinary month up until then.
No special rustlings, no finding cursed objects, removing things from places they should not.
I mean, I did try to rustle some cattle. Got myself trampled a bit.
Oh.
Cows can be terrifying.
The hell's a cow?
Right.
Was
I'm just like, right. You have
Um,
lizard horses.
oh y'all so everyone around here is fairly secular. Was there did there used to be a particular like deity that the town used to worship? Or like maybe an
Yep.
old temple or something?
Hell if I know.
So you'd say you all have been fairly secular for a while, right?
Johnny One Shot just mumbles. I stopped believing in gods the day I was born.
Or
That is okay. Sometimes the gods are cruel.
Now, Johnny, I am getting worried about you by the minute. Don't call me Johnny!
What is your name?
Call me. It's stupid.
oh, we
What is
want
your
to
name?
hear.
Stupid sounds like it's giving you a lot of grief. It's Call me Jane. Call me Jane.
All right, Jane.
That
It's a very nice name, Jane.
Jane, I can get used to that, but you could have always, you were always free to talk to me about this, you know.
You know, Jane, I want to say green tooth something?
Green teeth.
Green teeth, Johnny, two legs. You know, I feel like this would be a good time for y'all to maybe chat about this a little bit. And me and my friends will all, we'll keep investigating, try to figure out what the deal is with all this, okay?
That sounds fine. Yeah, I'll leave you to it. I got some. Jane, I really wish you would have talked to me about these things before. We're here for you.
sometimes fear controls your decisions more than it should.
And the four ruffians awkwardly trundle off to discuss Jane's closeted gender dysphoria.
Well, thank God. Okay, crisis averted without any bloodshed. Good on
Okay.
us. And
I
we have,
wouldn't have done anything. Just blinded one of them.
well, we also have someone discover, a little something about themselves. That's nice. And let's see.
So, to market then. Amset walks back towards the market.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, Shug. I knew you'd come back.
My apologies, ma'am. I do not go that way.
Fair enough.
This is the.
And he stops for a second. It's like, huh. That was easy. And he keeps on going.
This is the bagel store lady, right?
No,
No,
that was
this
a
is-
streetwalker.
That's
Oh,
the
okay.
tardigrade hooker.
Okay.
Well, also, hooker's probably not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. June's rattling her brain, trying to figure out what to do next, and it's just nothing's coming to her. Like, okay, so we've established the pattern. I don't know where to go from here.
Not sure either. We can either keep asking people, trying to establish a, wider parameter, or it may just simply be correlation, not necessarily causation.
Yeah, it's true.
I would like to better look at Glenn's house and his estate if we had the time.
What was that? You cut out?
I would have liked to better look at Glenn's house and his estate. There might be something on his lands or perhaps under it. Well, if that was true, it would have affected his wife as well.
One moment.